Today we're going to make one of my favorite ways to prepare chicken, this bacon chicken fricassee. Fricassee is basically just a French cooking technique halfway between sautéing and stewing. We're going to brown off the meat and then cook it in its own gravy. It's amazingly delicious and surprisingly easy to make. And like a lot of things that are amazing, it starts with bacon. We want some nice quality thick cut bacon for this. I've got about 6, but the number you use is going to depend on how much chicken and how big your pan is. I like to start mine over medium heat just to give that fat a chance to render out a little. And while that's getting sizzly for us, let's grab half a cup of flour and make this great multi-purpose seasoning flour. All we need to add to it is 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. Now we'll just engage in a little whiskey business to get that all mixed together. And I don't want to get people all stirred up with a bunch of whisk-related puns, so if you want, you can just beat it. And now for our chicken. Skin-on, bone-in thighs are my favorite for this, but any cut of chicken will work. We want to thoroughly dredge our chicken on both sides in our seasoning flour mix. Don't be shy, get in there with your fingers. Make sure you're getting that flour into all the little nooks and crevices. Shake off any excess flour and then it's back over to our pan of bacon, which should be nice and crispy by now. So we'll just go ahead and pull that out, but keep all those wonderful bacon drippings in the pan. You see, with a traditional French fricassee, we would be sautéing our meat in butter, but this is going to be even better because not only are we using those bacon drippings, but we're really going to brown off this chicken. It's worth taking the extra 4 or 5 minutes per side to do that. It adds a ton of flavor to our final dish. The difference is really no poultry matter. Once our chicken is nicely browned on both sides, we just want to take that out and load it into a baking vessel of our choice. A Dutch oven or casserole dish would be perfect. Now, because we use that lovely thick cut bacon, we've got more bacon drippings in here than we really need. So we want to drain out all but about 2 tablespoons of that. Keep all those little brown bits though, that'll be pure magic for our sauce. So to our pan, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of this seasoning flour. We can use more or less depending on how much gravy we want. As a general rule, it's 1 tablespoon of fat per 1 tablespoon of flour per 1 cup of liquid, usually water or stock. We want to get our flour whisked in just to prevent lumps, and then we're going to go ahead and pop in 1 large onion. Now there's already seasoning in there, but I like to add an extra crack of pepper and 1 more teaspoon of salt just to round out the flavor of this gravy. Give that a quick mix just to make sure our roux isn't burning underneath. And then we're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of chicken stock. We want to bring that up to a simmer and add 1 final ingredient, 1 teaspoon of powdered or rubbed sage, which is a wise addition for sure. Now we just want to whisk that up as it comes up to a simmer, and once it does, we can cut off the heat. But before we add that wonderful gravy to our chicken, we just want to scoot the bacon back on top here. You didn't think we forgot about the bacon, did you? And while we pour this beautiful pan gravy over our chicken, do you know why pigs make good exotic dancers? Because bacon strips. Now we just want to cover this tightly with either a lid or foil and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour. And once we pull this out, normally I say to let things cool for at least 10 minutes, but we really don't need to with this. Just be careful, please don't burn yourself. Because this beautiful bacon chicken fricassee is ready to serve. I like to serve mine over rice, but it goes great on mashed potatoes, pasta, or even by itself. And of course, don't forget to spoon over a little of that pan gravy that's developed even more flavor after cooking in with that chicken. I hope you found this video as helpful as this chicken is delicious. If you did, give me a thumbs up below and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you don't miss our future recipes. And check out one of our other videos on the screen now. This has been Graham with a passion for food.